Hey everybody, what's going on? Happy Sunday. And as always, when you're watching this, it's only one of two things. It ain't gameplay, so obviously I have a comment here. It's from Unga the Stunner. Unga the Stunner. I will not criticize your name, but I think some of these usernames need to be a little bit more creative. But I like where you're headed. Unga wants to know, hey favorite vlogger, love the videos, keep them up. I'm hoping those that have seen your past videos, please subscribe to this guy because he's very, very cool, very awesome, down to earth guy, tells it like it is. Thank you, Unga, but please do not expand my head anymore because it can't fit on my neck and shoulders. But anyways, he wants to know is how do the Danish, can we fix a little bit of the grammar stuff before we send these? Because it's kind of tough for me to have to decrypt what you're trying to say. How does the Danish population or people around you, okay, hang out and, okay. I guess what you're trying to ask is, okay, what does the Danish society do? What do they do in their free time? Do they hang out? Because I see you've written concerts / going out to eat and things of that nature, etc., etc. Okay, so I'm guessing what you're asking is what do people do on their downtime? Is it the same like the States? If that's what you're trying to get at, the answer will be no. And before I go any further, please be aware, this is what I've been exposed to. I've been here close now for 10 years. It will be 10 years actually June, if I'm not mistaken. But what I'm saying is what my opinion is what I've been exposed to. So my answer may not be 100% right. So don't criticize me and chastise me if you're Danish because you think I'm telling these people the honest to God truth. That's not the case. I'm telling what I've been exposed to, what I've seen, what I've come to, in contact with. So if it's not 100%, instead of chastising me and criticizing, how about you help and just, say, okay, he's partially right, or this part is correct, this part may be a little bit off. Okay? So now we're getting to your answer, Unga. Since I've been here, socially hanging out for the Danish community, as the way I see it, let's take it to where we hang as in the States. Excuse me. When I'm hanging out with my friends, we usually hang out at their crib. We usually hang out at their home for a little bit. But 4 out of 5 times, we go out somewhere. And when we go out somewhere, it's usually to eat or to conversate or chat or things of that nature. We might go to like a Denny's or we might go to some fast food joint sometimes. But as far as I can remember, my teenage years and my young adult years, we always went to like Denny's just to hang out. Mainly because maybe we weren't making a gigantic income and it was the cheapest meal we could get. But mainly it was that or hanging out at home. Now, as for here in the States, here in Denmark, I guess there are those special like events like your AC/DC's coming to Denmark or Will Smith. They have those things. They have concerts. They have special live events. They have what's happenings and what's going on during the seasonal times. Like, for example, right now, it's like low 60s, low 70s. I wouldn't go out the door to save my life because, A, I'm a Florida guy, so I crave the heat. I would basically go out to a concert if it was nice and like 80, maybe the high 90s. Then I go out because I'm used to that. Here, I don't think weather plays a huge factor. So people go out and they do whatever's in season, whatever the case may be. They don't restrict themselves to the weather like me. I'm a big punk. I can't stand cold too much. So when it's cold, I don't really like to go out as much. Since I've been here in Denmark, I've only technically been to one concert in this whole 10 years. And honestly, that concert was before me and my wife even got married. We were dating and we went to a concert in Copenhagen. That was a long time ago. I can't even remember the lady's name, but some jazz lady. She was super cool, super nice lady. But since then, I haven't been to any concerts. In the States, I didn't go to any concerts at all, regardless if it was at some arena, if it was some amphitheater. I didn't go. I just didn't go. I had no point in going. I don't go places by myself too much. But they do have, they have your movie theaters, like they obviously you have your Deadpools and your films and stuff like that. People broke their neck to get to Deadpool around here. Obviously, for example, if they want to go see the upcoming Batman film, that's just gonna explode. So yeah, they go out, they have their movie theaters, especially here in Honest. Almost every weekend, there's usually something going on in Central. Just about in the middle of town, there's always usually some type of, it can be yard sale, it can be, welcome this new society to Denmark type thing. There's always some happenings, but the one thing that differs Denmark from us, the going out to eat is almost non-existent. You can forget it. There's no Denny's for one, and that's the least to say, but the thing about going out to eat is it's super, super expensive. It's ridiculously expensive. Like, even your basic McDonald's meal is, in Danish crowns, it's high. It's really high. It's super expensive. So, I mean, what they normally do is they'll go to the grocery store and they'll get all their stuff there and go over to the friend's house and make dinner, and then they hang out. That to me, it took me a while for me to adapt to that, but overall, it saves you a lot of money and it's a hell of a lot healthier. I'm not going to lie. But I mean, every once in a while, I miss a Grand Slam breakfast. I'm not going to lie, in the middle of the afternoon. I mean, that's a go figure. But, of course, they have, your friend obviously has a TV or they have a gaming system. Or even if they're not like, a guy like me, if it's two chicks, they probably just sit down and talk and chill and have coffee and things of that nature. So they don't per se, like us in the States, just go out and gorge. And I will admit, I've done it. I've gone out and I've gorged with my friends. 9 out of 10 times we hung out when it was me and my buddy Mike, and we just, chill out and, had the PlayStation, or we would just sit and bullshit and talk about whatever. Or if we had our little group cliques, we would hang out at somebody's house and just shoot the shit. It's the same concept somewhat over here, minus the going out to eating. The going out to eating is way expensive. I mean, super ass expensive. I give you a quick story and then I'll go ahead and drop this video. Near my job, they just opened up a KFC. That is the most expensive fast food restaurant I've ever seen in my life. Like, a meal is almost, I think it's almost like over $12. This is just for a normal basic meal. Nothing supersized, a soda, some fries, and some chicken is almost around 12, is the equivalent almost to $12, excuse me, is what I should say. So, believe me, nobody really goes out to eat unless they're like super rich or they're making like 6-figure incomes and they're living in a mansion out in the hills or something like that. So, and they're driving some type of Tesla 9000. So, going out to eat, you can forget it. No. But overall, the hanging out, the going to movie theaters, that stuff, all that stuff is the same. That will never change. So they're more of what they call hygge. They're more of a cozy, hey, come over to my place and we'll Netflix and chill type shit. But I mean, they don't, the going out to eat, there used to be a Subway and they got rid of that. So I mean, go figure. I kind of, in today's society, I kind of see the films and stuff like that. I just watch them on my TV. Why go out and pay, 10, 15, $8 for a film? You're going to pay twice as much with the popcorn and whatever and candy on top of that. We could just sit at home and go to like a Netto, or Netto is the equivalent of a Publix, and get like a little bowl of candy or bag of candy, something like, pour it in a bowl, and you got your same exact, but without even leaving your home. You could sit down and watch, Deadpool in your underwear. That's how it is. So I hope that answered your question, Unga. So to everybody else, please submit your questions, and I will try my best to get to them as much as I can. So I will check you guys out on the next video. Peace.